St. John the Philosopher here. Some love it, some fear it, and probably most don't really know anything about it. The AR-15 is a hot topic these days. So I bought one. I've talked a little bit about the AR-15 on this channel before, particularly when I went over the history of the design in the video entitled Guns in Pop Culture, which I will link in the description below. But with the Biden administration's ATF nominee hearings, the increased gun control talk about assault weapons in the mainstream media, and the fact that I had finally purchased one of my own, I figured I was due for a little more two-way talk. I've wanted an AR since I got into firearms some 20 years ago, but I'd always managed to put it off. Well, wouldn't you know it, I decided the time had finally come right in the middle of a run on the gun market that's driven up costs across the board. My timing has always been a little suspect. In any case, after a bit of research and recommendations from people I trust, I decided on a Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro, if I could find one at a good price anyway. And it just so happened that there was going to be a gun show in the area. So off I went, and man am I glad that I did, because that's where I discovered Alien Armory Tactical and bought this beauty here. Now, to hear members of the media and the blue checkmark mafia on Twitter tell it, by purchasing this particular style of firearm, I have become a murderer. Because you see, there's something intrinsically sinister about a black gun with a pistol grip and a Picatinny rail where I could add attachments like the dreaded scope. Whether they're former military, self-professed gun owners, or super lib flower children who get freaked out by Pop-Tarts vaguely eaten into the shape of a pistol, I have yet to encounter gun control advocates who aren't ignorant about firearms, the existing laws that govern them, or the Constitution that protects the natural right to their ownership. Their misunderstanding of the last one in particular is a doozy, which I believe leads to all sorts of false notions down the line. Being only a few lines of text, you'd think it would be pretty simple. But people often get caught up in their lack of knowledge of the language and culture of the time in which those words were crafted. You see, in order to interpret the meaning of a statement, you have to know what it would have meant both to the writer and to the reader. Given how difficult it can be for boomers to decipher the meme-based babblings in a Zoomer's TikTok video, I doubt anyone 200 years from now could readily understand without a bit of study. Reading the Constitution is the same way. When it says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, people seem to get a little hung up on that first part. The words don't hit the same today as they did back then, so let me explain. The phrase well-regulated has nothing to do with government rules or bureaucratic management. Well-regulated means properly operating, or in its ideal state. And the militia was certainly not talking about a National Guard or even a standing national army as we have today, since none of those would exist for several decades later. As would have been understood by everyone involved, the militia were simply a collection of individuals from among the people for temporary duty. From there, not much is different between the language of then and today. If I were to rewrite the Second Amendment in today's language, it could read something like, because citizens practiced in the use and care of arms are necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The founders wanted a citizenry empowered with guns of their own. Such a people would not only understand their own role in the preservation of their God-given rights to life, liberty, and property, apart from government, but they would be a deterrent and final bulwark against conquest, whether the enemy powers are foreign or domestic. And whereas in their time this meant a musket for every man, it's arguable that the AR-15 fills that same spiritual role as a symbol of public power today. It's the most popular gun in America, with some 18 million of them out there and it being over 50% of the new rifle market being produced. Besides being a solid, reliable firearm overall, its modular design spurred on a tremendous secondary market for modifications and made it the most customizable gun on the market today. Which brings me back to Alien Armory Tactical. Alien Armory is a family-owned AR-15 rifle parts and accessories business based in St. Charles, Missouri. And as you can see here, they also build custom AR-15s. Now, this here is number 7 of an 8-run limited build they did exclusively for that show I went to. From the flip-up sights and lightweight skeleton grip to the branded machine charging handle and dust cover, you can tell that these guys care about making good products and are proud to sign their names to their work. Even the takedown pins have a little extra thought put into them, making disassembly a breeze. In addition to the parts they produce in-house, Alien Armory doesn't skimp on extras, like this easy-adjusting telescoping stock from AIM Sports. And besides supporting a local business, I saved 25% over the cost of that Daniel Defense gun I've been looking at. All in all, I'm happy with this purchase. I haven't had time to get it into the range, but I'm excited to do so, and I might just bring you along with me. For more information on Alien Armory Tactical, go to their website, which I'll link in the description, or just drop in on them at 3126 West Clay Street in St. Charles. Tell them I sent you. As much as the ignorant crazies around the country rage against the idea, it's your right to have access to the tools necessary to defend yourself, your loved ones, your property, and your nation. It's your duty to learn about them, seek them out, and get the best bang for your buck. Tell me what you think of this video. What do you think about the leftist obsession with the AR-15? Discuss in the comments. In the meantime, be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more videos on religion, culture, and politics. That's all for today. Goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you in another video.